Hi guys, it's Jeanette Wilde. So this is my contribution to the Makers Creative Collab Hop, and this is for the month of March, and March's theme is called Going for the Gold. And I think there a lot of things come to mind for me about, we just had the Olympics, so you can go that direction. But, after I finished this, with what's going on, I kind of thought, I ended up using blues and yellows. So it's almost like a little Ukrainian book, so. But, anyways, this is my contribution. I have the paper here, because I like to make sure it covers everything. Down below in the description, you'll see the list of the members who are joining in on the hop, and you can go to the next person in the list. If you happened to be a subscriber of mine and you've come from this subscription, definitely take a look at those who and the rest of the list and those who were before me. Everyone in this group makes the most amazing things. And I get inspiration. I learn new things from every one of them. So definitely go and take a look at them. They're really amazing. And I can say that without having seen any of them, because every time we've done this, it's just phenomenal contributions. So the idea behind the hop is you get a theme. Then we also have this little list, and it's going to blow out. Oh, yep, there it goes. It blows out. I have to overlight myself and overexpose in order to not get a flicker. But what you can see is there's themes, what do you call that, categories, and we need to pick out 3 of them. 3 of the following categories. So what I've added into this little guy is there is fabric throughout. I've used it on the pages. Also, I like to fluffy up my books quite a bit. There's a lot of, not a lot of, I have this gorgeous metal piece here. I'll show you everything in a bit, but, so some metal in the book. I've used quite a bit of inks and stains and sprays, and as well as paints and pencils and markers quite a bit. I'll show you that as I go through. And then also I did some stenciling, I believe, and then also there's beads, and I think I did some embossing. It's been a while. I got inspired quite a bit ago and made the book. And also, so show you here, get into the book. This is ring bound, so simple little book, ring bound. And you can see here a little bit better than the front. And I've got little bits of... One fun thing about sari silk is you can see it just sheds everywhere. So I had this great fabric that you can kind of see has almost an ombre, almost two-toned, but it's sort of an ombre. And really beautiful fabric. And I decided, this is the fabric actually kind of what inspired me to go with the blue and the gold. And then what I did was I laid the fabric out in a box, and I started flicking gold paint, and it happens to be P.H. Martin's iridescent gold. But what I was using, I had a little fan brush, and when I really hit it, it wasn't flicking, it wasn't giving me the stuff, and so I started banging it on the box, and I got these, you can see it's from the fan brush. And not to mention the fact that my fan brush has seen better days, so it really is like this as opposed to feathering out. And it looks like these little explosions. And then I kind of, I did one. I was like, oh, that is so cool. So then I ended up doing several thousand of them. And so there, I've got these little explosions everywhere. I just thought that it ended up really neat. It was one of those, happy accidents, right? So on the cover, I added you know, go for the gold, right? So nice big ornament from my stash. So like I said, I wanted an accent color with the gold, which was blue. And I tried to kind of stick to the same family of blues, but you know, sometimes you don't have that much blue in your stuff. So at least for every page, I wanted all the blues to be the same for that page. Everything in here is just scraps and bits left over from other projects. So for instance, this is actually, you might recognize it. It's packaging from Graphic 45. I don't remember what I purchased, what it was holding, but yeah, that's packaging from Graphic 45. And then some leftover scrapbook paper on top. And just a little butterfly. And a friend of my mom's apparently really loves making die cuts, but she doesn't use them. I don't know. So she apparently sat down one day and just made a whole bunch of die cuts for me of all kinds of things, and this is one of them. And this is just the same scrapbook paper. I backed it with the craft, so throughout, just because that was really thin scrapbook paper. And I just took my gold marker and lined the edges. So that's that one. This one didn't turn out quite as well as I'd hoped, but you know, once you put something down, you're kind of committed. And this is actually a rub-on. So the gold that you see here, what I did was I took a glue stick. Just took a glue stick and went, you know, and then I have either foil. I think this is foil through somewhere else. I've also had, the paper. But this is foil. So once I put the glue stick down, just slapped the foil on it, rubbed it, peeled off the backing, and you get this really pretty gold on there. And then I wanted my blue, and I thought she was really pretty. Put her down, and it sort of dawned on me it was a rub-on, not a sticker. So she's a little bit see-through. So she wasn't as I had wanted her to be. So I decided to kind of embrace that. So same scrapbook paper. This is another rub-on here, but you can, hopefully you can see, or maybe you can't. Let's see if I can get there. There. See those little butterflies? In real life, you tilt it in a certain, and you can see them. They are rub-ons as well, and that didn't get rubbed down very good because it's starting to come off. They are rub-ons, but they're very subtle, as you can see. You can barely see them. And even in real life, it's just this nice little twinkle that you realize is a little butterfly on there. So I thought, since you can't see her very well, let's make the butterflies not very, very visible. Alright, so this page is actually an envelope, and the postmark is hard to see, but there was another piece that was with it. It's maybe 1940s. Around about there. And I loved that it had this little window, which was very gold. So there's my gold for this page. And then we've got inside, yeah, it's going to be a stinker, isn't it? Gonna make me look bad. Come on, there you go. This is a page from a really old, I think it's pre-DDR. Not sure where, maybe DDR, hymn book page. I've used that same very subtle gold, so you can almost not see it there on the back, and then just little bits to accent it for my blue. And again, it's just backed on some craft cardstock. And to just fancy up the envelope just a bit, and what I love is you can see the little butterfly through there. Couple more rub-ons, that same subtle gold and little blue flowers. Back to the envelope, because the other side was, the envelope was really falling apart. So the back, just backed it with some scrapbook paper, a little bit of extra scrapbook paper, and you can actually see the scrapbook paper had been ripped, and so it had this little dip to it, so I just embraced it, right? You know, don't throw those little guys away. This is actually a piece of manila folder, and then I took this fabric. So this is fabric. I ran once I made the tag, ran the tag through my Xyron, so it got, you know, sticky all over it, and then plastered the fabric, and then cut all the fabric away, and you get a little fabric covered tag. Really pretty. And just add some little bits for pretties. This is I think they call these oil envelopes. This was another experiment that I like it and I don't like it. I'm not entirely certain. So again, this is actually with, why is my brain not working? It's the gold leaf. There we go, gold leaf. So the earlier one, this one back here was foil, and this was leaf. And I kind of wanted it to kind of look like it had just been sprinkled all over. And so I just, you know, randomly hit my glue stick all over it and then slapped it down. When you're not seeing the shine, it looks dirty. Wasn't exactly what I was going for, but I still like it. You know, it's pretty. And we got a little rub on and leftover bits. And then this little tag actually has a space for, you could slip another little tag in there. And it's just some scrapbook paper. And what this is actually a time card. And I folded the bottom of the time card up to make a little pocket. And then this is actually scrapbook paper. Now the scrapbook paper is plain. So the gold that's on there is not on the scrapbook paper. And what I did was I took some just gel pens. I have glitter pens and metallic. And so the glitter, I believe, is the subtle yellow gold, and the metallic is the shiny gold. And I just sat down and colored. And just randomly, I had the full sheet and just randomly colored around it. And then throughout the book, I used the bits. And so I like to do that. I like to look at scrapbook paper and see if I can't color it. The other side of this oil envelope is just, it's a pocket from my stash. Don't remember who it is. And then again, it's one of those rub-ons. That one might be really hard to see. In real life, you have to get it and just tilt it, and all of a sudden it just, and it's another little butterfly. And just some leftover scrapbook paper. And again, that very subtle, like I said, you got to get it right in the right light. And all of a sudden you see a butterfly and then some flowers going down the side. I really like those rub-ons. And then here it's a gold envelope. So this is the back of it. And this is, like I said, I had that scrapbook paper and another piece that I colored. See, there you can see it. And then some leftover bits again, just to make a little tag. This is actually sari yarn. So the sari silk that has been into a yarn. I like that stuff. So here's my gold envelope. It just tucks in, and in here we have another piece of, oh, and of course, I think it's there we go. And again, this is, you know, you tilt it one way, you don't see it, and then all of a sudden you can see. Isn't that pretty? It's that gold rub-on. And again, this is just scrapbook paper. Random scrapbook paper from my stash. And this is another little envelope, slightly different gold, and little rub-on there. And then I have this gold paper. And so I had some leftover bits, so I just made a little tag and put a nice blue butterfly on it. And this guy here is more packaging. And the name of the company of which the packaging was for was up here. And I believe it was stickers of some sort. So I like to keep packaging like this. I mean, it looks like scrapbook paper, but it's actually packaging for some stickers. And so the back of it I just backed with some scrapbook paper. And again, another little piece of scrapbook paper that I took my black marker. You can see that. Black marker all the way around the edges. Sorry, black marker. Gold marker. And this is a journal card from my statue, and that's getting blown out big time, isn't it? There we go. And then I backed it with the... I have paper that's the same as this envelope. You know, it's a set. So I just backed it with that paper. And then because it was days of the week, I put a little stamp, This Week in Review. Go a little faster here. Again, more packaging. And this is packaging. And this is leftover scrapbook paper. And it's that same scrapbook paper that I colored. And this should be recognizable from PM Artist Studio, because this was mailed to me with some bits, and I just loved it. So this packaging, of course, the other side was advertisement for this thing, so I backed it with that paper that they sent me and made a little belly band, and these are cards from their collection. And they're just backed with some, it's like really old lined paper. And I love these little tiny blue butterflies. Some scrapbook paper on so here's an envelope, and I just extended the flap of the envelope with some scrapbook paper, and then some more scrapbook paper for just a little journal card inside. And again, this one is the foil, so just ran my glue stick and stuck down the foil. And not a clue, I was looking for blue, and I was finding blue all over the place, so again, ran my gold marker around it. And then this it's from Graphic 45. I do not know what collection is, because this was given to me in a set of a bunch of stuff that was given to me. So I have no clue what collection that comes from. I just added in some paper for some journaling. And then here is a nice long slip of extra scrapbook paper. This is a tea card. And then on the back of that Graphic 45 paper, it's just some blue cardstock that I had, and made a little gold tag, some blue flowers. And again, I love that. I just love that. You can't see it, can you? But get it in the right light, and all of a sudden it just, there, boop, and it glows. Isn't that pretty? Alright, so that's the end. Went a little bit too long, but hopefully that's okay. So definitely go check out the rest of the hop. Go check out the Facebook group. We have lots of fun there. People share the most amazing projects. And join us next time as well. And I hope to see you again. Leave some comments, like, subscribe. Go check out everybody else. Like and subscribe them too. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.